What's up, all you Void Challengers? Welcome to another Tracks on Sundays. I'm Tracks the Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're on the Only Voids account again. It's been 2 weeks. Last week we had a kind of mix-up of pulling shards, and that was mainly on the main account, pulling 100 Void shards. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. We also went, well, my family and myself went to the Ardennes last week, had a really great time. Taking the kids to the caves and all that stuff. Had a wonderful view from our room in a small place called Rochefort. Actually, it was in Jemelle, which is like a small town near Rochefort. Really, really nice. If you ever visit Belgium, I highly recommend going down there, going down to the Ardennes. It's, in my opinion, the best place in Belgium to be. Anyway, but we're back now, and Tuesday we had a CVC go on where I believe at the same time there was also a Sanddevil event. And for the occasion, I decided to finally create the Sanddevil team, right? Because we have the Oniri 6-star. I needed to get that thing to work. I need to get busy on that. So I did that. But I wanted to show you something here first real quick, which I guess you can see it right here, what's going on. Extra turn, lady with the pinkish purple hair right there. Yes, that is a whisper. Now, where did you get a whisper from, Trax? Apparently, last week there were a couple events. Well, first there was like a free prism shard that Plarium gave. And then there was another event where you could obtain a prism shard. Well, I believe there were 3 events, but I only did one of them for the extra prism shard. But apparently I had not pulled these prism shards yet. And even after somebody pointed this out on my video last week, there's a comment saying, hey, you had prism shards you didn't pull. It's still kind of just asked me, but I completely forgot about it with, the vacation in the Ardennes this weekend and all that. Being pretty busy, I just didn't realize I still had them. And so CVC comes along, and suddenly there was this pop-up that automatically summoned 2 champions from those prism shards, and one of them happened to be Whisper. The other one was a Husk, which would have been pretty cool too if we were allowed to use him. He actually became a chicken for Whisper to get her to 5-star where she is right now. I will be taking her up to 6-star for sure. We're just slowly building up her masteries already. And right now we actually have the night revs open, so I'm trying to get her as good as possible to see if I feel like she's going to make a huge difference in that faction or not. Right now our team is just so horrendous for night revs that I'm not feeling it, I don't see it happening quick, but maybe Whisper can do some magic and blow up the boss really, really quick or something. Right now we have a Renegade in that team, and yeah, she's not really doing anything. Like, she's level 60, she has lifesteal gear, so she's keeping herself alive and occasionally decreasing the speed on somebody. But the reset function isn't even really that great, because with the Skull Crowns, for instance, you much rather A1 most of the time anyway. But, she's not really helping the team out with anything. It's not like she's wearing a shield set or a bolster or a guardian or something like that to help keep the others alive or anything like that. So maybe just replacing her with this Whisper might give us a shot at annihilating the boss. I don't know. It would probably have to involve some crazy RNG, probably something with her taking a lot of extra turns and just doing massive damage on the boss really, really quickly. I don't know. I'm not too hopeful yet is a good way to put it, right? The second wave, man, with the Valkyries and the Warcaster, it's just really, really brutal. And we don't have a great way to deal with that wave. And that's just, you know, that's what's going on right now. I might have to temporarily take one of the Skull Crowns out of the damage build and put her into a stun set as well, just to try and get through those waves, and then have Whisper be the one that actually takes out the boss. I'm trying to avoid that though, since I do use Skull Crown quite a lot in live arena. Well, actually, I pick her every single time in live arena because she has the 23% speed aura, right? So she's always there. Speaking of live arena, those quests have actually popped up, and I had this quest earlier today, so I'm gonna stop Molly Battle right here. Take a look real quick. I think I've went through most of my energy anyway. Yeah. Let's see real quick. Yeah, so win one live arena battle right there. So it's going on at the moment, as you can see. Now, what I didn't know about the patch notes, I don't think they put it in there anywhere, but there's like this live arena daily win. So they are trying to get you to do live arena more often. I do think that this is actually something that's pretty nice. So you, after 5 wins, which, you know, you get 10 battles per day. If you can win 50-50 or like 5 out of the 10 battles, you have a chance of a legendary book, which, I mean, that's not bad, right? What is this? This is kind of... They should be more clear about what this actually is. Like, is this gear I can get out of the dragon dungeon, or is this actually gear that is worth my time? Because if it's gear worth my time, then these drops are actually pretty good, right? This is actually nice too, to actually be able to craft more mythical gear.
A few moments later.
Oh, actually, I need to learn to read, because it says you can earn 1 legendary skill tome per month from live arena chests. Okay, so what they should do then is they should definitely make this the first drop you get, in my opinion. Like, don't make people wait for that stuff. Don't make them play a whole month just to get that 1 tomb. But I mean, bro, 1 per month extra. They're so clueless. How and why are they so clueless? 1 a month is not great. I actually thought it was a chance. Like, I'd rather have it be a chance per day, I think. Even if it's only like 5% shot or something. I guess that would end up being the same. But if it's once a month, it better be guaranteed that you get it. Like, it better be like the first chest you get every month or something like that. Otherwise, it's kind of bad. It's basically like hanging a carrot in front of a horse's head, right? Yeah, I don't know. I got excited a little too quick, I think. 1 per month is I don't think that's enough. 1 per week I could roll with. 1 per week sounds a lot better. That's still only 4 per month, Plarium. That's still only 1/3 of a legendary champion. That still means you need to do 3 months of live arena every single day to book 1 champion. And that 1 champion, guess what? Next year doesn't matter anymore. That's how this game works. You get him today, he's fantastic, and next year nobody cares about that champion anymore. It's... Oh man, sorry for the ranting, guys. That's not why I was here actually today. I was here today to show you my Sanddevil team, right? Because we did actually get one of these prism jewels, and we pulled them, and we got ourselves this 3-star neck writ, which Okay, it's a void, that's good, but it is another void that we don't have, and you know, they're just piling up here, right? They're, who knows, at a certain point we might actually pull one of these champions and be able to put those red stars on them immediately. But for now, yeah, they're just chilling, hanging out. Okay, so first off, I want to give credit to Boozor because that's where I initially got this idea to do this. Saw a video of his, I think it's a couple of months ago by now. I went back to the video to see how it worked, and well, let me just hop into Sanddevil. As you can see, we're doing stage 25 now, and it's relatively fast. Not only is it fast, but I can bring food along, which is fantastic. So I do need to go here, though. I need to put the food in here. That's the only downside here of this team specifically. But what are the upsides? Well, the upsides are, first off, you see a Selenia here at level 50. That's right, she's level 50, and I'm pretty sure she could easily be level 40 or maybe even level 30. However, if you make her level 40 or 30, you're getting closer to the chance that perhaps Aniri thinks she's not the best target to revive, right? So I'm using her at 50 right now. I might even make her 60 at some point to speed up this dungeon, but also have a better damage dealer for my high elves. Right now, that's not necessary though. She's doing the job just fine the way she is here. Yeah, so I'll go over the champions themselves real quick and show you the stats and why this actually works the way it does. So according to Boozor, the DPS that you use just has to be 181 speed or higher. We got her a little faster at 190. We don't have any crit rate. We got some crit damage on her, but this doesn't really matter. What matters to us is this ability right here. She's booked now, but she really doesn't have to be booked because this ability does 3 times at random before attacking, places a 25% increased accuracy buff on this champion for 2 turns. Very important, but I'll come back to that in a second. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing HP burn for 2 turns. So normally 3 times at random, 50% chance of landing that. I guess for me now it's 75% chance of landing that, which I believe comes down to like a 97% chance or something that you're gonna land an HP burn. But even if you don't book this out, it's still a pretty big chance that she lands that. Now, this increased accuracy is really nice because this will increase her accuracy that we have right now from 447. You'll add 100 and what is that? 12, I guess, 111 accuracy to that. So she'll have 558-ish, 560 about accuracy. You only need about 500 to do the Sanddevil on stage 25. But, you know, if we drop to 400 accuracy here, she's still going to land her debuffs. So basically, she wins 100 accuracy with that skill by placing this increased accuracy on herself before she does this. Really awesome, actually. And, yeah, I never really read the kit that way. You're just focused on the HP burn. But when you need to hit 500 accuracy, it's pretty nice that you have the 25% increase accuracy bonus before she applies the debuff, right? So not much to say here. She's 190 speed, has 400 plus accuracy. That's what you need, 400 plus. I have a little bit over that, went a little overboard with that. Aniri is, of course, the star of the show, though. She's the one who's actually making this all possible. She needs to be about 209 speed. I got her at 210 momentarily, but you could take her up to 232 according to Boozor. I've not personally tried that yet. I just took her down from the 270 that she was, gave her some HP percentage boots or something instead of the speed ones I had on, and then made sure she had 209 at least. These are her stats. Nothing amazing really. 210 is pretty obtainable, I feel like. If you do not have the 6-star blessing though, I do have to tell you that you will need closer to 5,000 defense and closer to 70,000 HP up here. Obviously, if you can get her higher, that's even better. But you do want to round those numbers. Now, because I have 6-star blessing, I can trim a little bit off of these numbers. And it's not 100% because I have seen it fail. But like, I've done at least 100 runs, and I think I've only seen it fail like twice or so. So I don't know. Maybe it's like 90% accurate or 95% win rate. It's close enough for me to say, okay, I can put this on farm and walk away from it and not feel sad if one of the runs doesn't work out for some reason. But we'll do a run real quick since they don't last long anyway. You haven't chosen a champion. That's annoying too, of course, but once you press the multi-battle, you don't really need that anymore. So first hit, they all die. She picks her back up. She does the accuracy up and immediately does the burn. Then she dies immediately. That's kind of the important part here. You don't want her to be alive. You just want her to stay alive long enough to do this. Okay, I paused it right here. So she pops back up and has a revive. Now, why is Aniri so good? Two things. One is her passive, which we just noticed, right? If an ally is about to get killed by a fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly places a revive on death buff on them for 1 turn before the damage is taken. So that makes her pop back up, right? Where she is right now. And then she has this Rise of Glory on a 4-turn cooldown, revives a dead ally with 50% HP, then fills their turn meter by 50% and resets the cooldowns on all their skills. So this might not have the burn up, right? If, for instance, if you did not book this champion, she'll have a 6-turn cooldown. There's no way that she's going to have that back, especially because, well, Sanddevil knocks her out immediately. So she's not even going to have it back right now normally, but because of this, she will have it all back. She's also going to go almost immediately because she gets turn meter boost by Aniri and goes into her A3, which will, you know, in slow motion, put up the accuracy buff and boom, 3-hitter, land a burn, and that's how we're actually killing the Sanddevil here. And yeah, that's the team. Really, very simple. So shout out to Boozor. Go check him out. I'll put a link to his video in my description so you can go check out his video with more details. I do want to point out that you do want to stay away of certain masteries that can actually F this up, right? You do not want to take, for instance, the mastery that gives you 5% extra chance of reducing a skill's cooldown. I had this first because, well, when you're doing stuff like Doom Tower or dungeons or whatever, or arena even, having that small chance of resetting your A3 seems really good, right? But the problem is when you come in here and that happens, this is not synced anymore, right? So she'll revive her on a wrong turn. It all messes up. And that was actually one of the issues I was having on this account before I actually found this team. Or, well, not found this team, but decided to try and build it myself. Again, this isn't like, you know, the fastest team out there, but we are working with a level 50 Selenia. No masteries on her. I did book her to up that chance of the burn, so there's that, but you don't even really need that. You can get away with not doing that. So, and we're leveling up food by doing Sanddevil too. Just great. It's really, really nice. So yeah, we can do Sanddevil tournaments now, and like if you need 4,000 points, it's about 70 points per 40 energy, I believe. So that'd be about 57 runs. So 57, let's say 58 times 40 energy is 2,300 energy, and you should be golden. Wait, is there a Sanddevil tournament going on, or why does this actually all pop up? Oh, the Sanddevil tournament I was talking about is actually still active. I didn't even know that. And another big shout out to Boozor. That is an amazing team. And like you see here, okay, I have a 6-star blessing on her, so that is a lot of extra stats. But if you look at the gear, like blue, 5-star blue, there's not a single legendary artifact on her. Not a single one. And there's like 5-star pieces on her and stuff, right? It's actually a defense-based boot. I thought it was HP-based. So defense-based boot with some extra HP here. We did get a speed roll, fortunately for us. Yeah, the gear is like pretty basic, man. Like you farm Fire Knight for a while, and you should be able to get these stats even without the 6-star. Again, though, if you don't have the 6-star, you will need a little extra stats. But I hope this helps some people out at least to try and build their Sanddevil team. I know a guy in my clan has been asking about Aniri and how they're supposed to build them, and it's actually not that hard, really. You don't need her to be super fast. You don't need that crazy of stats, in my opinion. Also, I went here with a Immortal and a Regeneration set, but I'm pretty sure you can also get away with like a Regeneration set and a Defiant set or something like that. It's all just about her being able to survive the 2 hits while she's alive and then die on the 3rd hit when he does that huge slam, right? So other than that, I do have some other news too, so we'll go over the account real quick, since, you know, these are supposedly some weekly updates, if that's fine for people. We actually pushed a bit in Dwarves. We were able to 3-star everything up till stage 17. Stage 17, I 1-starred, and I believe my keys were all gone after that because we were stuck on stage 13 before that. So we actually pushed up from 13 all the way to 17 and 3-starred everything along the way except 17 itself, which is really nice. This guy we picked up last week has already proven to be really good, really awesome. He doesn't even have books yet. I'm waiting for personal rewards CVC for that. Yeah, these are his stats I've been able to get on him. He has a little bit of accuracy to place the leech on the A1. He has a little bit of resistance. That won't do too much, but here and there it might resist something, you know, with a maybe 30% chance or whatever. 236 speed for Faction Wars, 3k defense, 55k HP. Yeah, he's decent. He's fun. I knew he would be good, and I knew he would help us, but he has already proven to be one of my better champions on the account. I also took him along into Doom Tower right here. See, we're almost done with this rotation. We still have a week and a day left to do it. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get there. But this team right here is where I used him as well, and he was clutch here, man. Like, the extra healing and the extra cleanse that he brings was very helpful. As you can see, I did this manually. It took me almost a half hour to do, but hey, I don't care. I just have to do that once, and then we're done with it, right? So, really happy with this. maybe at a certain point when I actually book him. So if this comes along in another rotation, I will definitely make a team setup, and they should be able to do this on auto. But I kind of went in there just thinking to test the waters, you know, and I just ended up doing the whole thing manual anyway. But next time I will definitely do a team setup, and then I should be good to go, and we could probably knock off at least 10 minutes off of this. But yeah, it's just a bunch of healing and reviving and cleansing. That's all they're doing, really. Cool stuff. Yeah, that's going to be it for this week, I'm afraid. If you guys have any more questions, if there's anything you want to see me do, if there's any champions you've noticed on my account that you think I'm supposed to be using and I'm not using, let me know in the comments. But yeah, hope you guys have a nice rest of your week, and looking forward to see you guys next week. Peace.